Python, what a string is, and what we can do with that. Okay. So strings strings can be used to represent just about anything that can be encoded as text or byte. Means anything you write, any sentence, any word, that is a string, right? So it's a group of characters, right? It's a basic means. In Python, strings are immutable sequence. What it means strings are sequence type of data structure in Python, and these are immutable. What it means immutable is we cannot change the values in the string. Means if, for example, okay, if I write a string, so by any chance I cannot change the values inside this string. Okay, means I cannot change s to a in the test string. Okay, so after this line, this value is constant. Means we cannot change this value. Means it cannot be like test a string. Okay, so these are some examples how the strings are. We will discuss all these things in detail today. Okay, so how we write a string in Python? We can write a string in multiple ways using uh, this is double quote, and means we can write it like test. This is a string. We can use a single quote. This is also a string. So these are two ways we can create a string. Okay, and there are couple of other ways. We'll see one by one, and we have this special triple quote string. Means how it is. We can add triple quotes, and this. Oh, I added string. This is a string. Okay, so these are the ways we can create a string. Uh, then this uses of this triple quote string means it's a special kind of way. So we'll discuss it in this session what it is. So as in these examples, it is just saying that you can write anything. Okay, you can create using double quote. You can create using single quote. Yeah. Okay. Now there is a feature means you can see it if we write like this. Okay, so you will see I wrote four strings without anything in between. So it will concatenate your string, and it will output will be a single string always. Okay, but in this same, if I add some comma, so output will be a tuple. So tuple is a data type in Python, which we'll discuss in future sessions. So this is the property, means if you want to create, you want to concatenate multiple strings, you can use it like this. This is a way to do that. So this was the basic, means how you will write a string and how you will declare, means you will create any string. Now there are some special characters in strings which we can use using this backslash and couple of special characters we use with that, like backslash b is for backspace, double slash is for backslash. So because sometimes it happens, like if you want to write a string and you want to add a new line character inside this. So this new line character is what it will do is it will add the cursor to a, it will add a cursor to a next line. Is if I write like this, so here you will see this new line character came inside this as it is. But if at the if we print this one, it will print in two lines, because this new line character is means it's slash n is a new line character. It adds a new line. Okay, so when we'll print this, it will come, this second string will come in new line, but when we'll use it directly, it will come in a single line. So like that, there are multiple characters like horizontal tab, vertical tab, different things are there. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, yes. In between, I have this space. Because of that, it is okay. I will do one thing. I will remove this space. Okay, and now I will print this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, this slash n is a new line character. Means after or before, if you add anything, it means at this point when this character will come, it will break this string to and whatever after this is, it will come into a new line. Okay. Backslash and new line both can come. Okay, so if you want to add a backslash, okay, so this is a escape character for backslash. You will see here. One second. Okay, if you add like this, it will add single backslash, single line. Means okay, because if you write it like this, okay, so it may be means because slash s is not a escape character. Okay, so it is coming like this. Okay, but suppose you have a string which has n. So now when you will print this, it will print in a new line. To avoid this kind of situation, and if you want to add this slash backslash here, you will have to add double slash. Now this interpreter will understand that this is a double slash, means it means user want to add single backslash here. So if you print it, it will add a single backslash instead of new line character. Got it? Uh, Ashwini, is it clear? Okay. Okay. So likewise, there are a couple of others means binary way you can print binary characters, and you can print hex values. Those you can do. Means I will not go in detail about these all these, because these are simple. Means these are just escape character. This is how you are going to use. Now you can try by yourself that what happens with all characters like this. This is a carriage return, this is a tab. If you add slash t, like here I added, okay, with this new line I added slash t, so one extra tab is added here. So like that you can try all these. Okay. And yeah, so now there is a function in Python which gives you the length of the string. Okay. So whenever you want to know what is how many characters you have in your string, you can use length function. So actually length is a generic function, you can say, because anything, if you add any list inside this, you pass any list inside length, it will give you the length of the string. If you pass any tuple, it will give you a length of the tuple. It will give you whatever data you are passing into, it will give you the length of that. So using this length function, you can get the length of a string, because in any of the programming situations can come where you want to check the length of the string. Any data is coming from somewhere, and you want to check whether you have a correct data length or not, so you can use this function. Okay. There is one more thing. Raw strings are there in Python, Python strings. So what this raw string do is, means uh, if you want to add one new line character, okay, uh, don't go with this open function. This is a function to open a file. Okay. So we'll see about this function later on, but just now you think that there is a function which will open a file on your machine. Okay. And you pass it a path. This is a full path, absolute path of the file. And if you are using this function like this, it will give you an error saying that you cannot open this file. Let's see what the error is. Okay. Let me just check this file is present or not in my machine. No, this file is not present. So let me just change this file. Oh, it did not give any error. Wow. Oh, but it should give some. Oh, oh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, good catch. Yeah, but there is no actually slash n means slash p is no escape character. That's why we are not getting this error. So let me add this, change the file name. Okay, just, I'm just updating that file name. Now let's try this. I just added this n in front of this file name. So it is giving error, valid argument. Okay. Now, if there is a way, there is a way that you add a double slash here, but you can use R, small r or capital R here, which is a raw string. Means when you add this small r or capital R character in front of any string, Python interpret uh, it as a raw string. Means Python will use that string as it is. Okay, you see, there is no error for this line. So Python will use this string as it is. It will not check for escape sequence or anything for this. Okay, it will use it as it is. Means where this is helpful. This is helpful if you have a Linux file system or something, and you have some path. You are getting some path from your web API or somewhere. So it is very useful there. Okay. Yeah. Now there is a triple code which I talked just sometimes before. So what is the use of this triple code? This code string is you can write a multi-line string using this. This is and until it will get this triple code, closing the triple code, it will work as means it will you can add any string till then. Okay, got it. So you can use this triple code for multi-line strings to create multi-line strings, and when you will print it, you will if you will use it means directly, it will give you this slash n added because we have a line break here, right? We have a new line character after each of these words, so that's why this slash n is coming here. If you will print this, it will that print it will print in multi lines. Okay, let's try this. Right. It will give you error. Let's try that. Okay, as soon as you will enter, you will press enter, it will give you error that end of line while scanning string, because it will check for uh, what it means in this. As soon as you enter here, it will check for the closing single quote or double quote. Okay, when you add triple quote here, it will wait till you will add this triple quote, that closing pair, triple quote pair. It will wait till then. Okay. Yeah. Single double quote. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. If you have to add a single quote inside double quotes, right? That you, I think you want to understand, like, if I understood correctly. Yeah. double quotes, and in between you want this, right? Hmm. Yes, yes. This will also, yes, this will also give you error. Okay. Okay. So mhm. Yes. This is one reason, and another reason is you can add a doc strings. Means in Python there is one doc string thing is, so for that also these triple quotes are used to add your doc strings. Okay. And obviously, yes, it in this string, if you will add a double quote or single quote, it will not check for the pair. You can use it, apostrophe s and all that. You can use it easily. Means in this, you can add comments also. Okay. But if you will add comments, it will come inside this whole string. It's like slash thing. Okay. Let's read out what the points are. Okay. So this triple dot which comes here. Okay. So this prompt changes this to continuation of line. Okay. Prompts things that means it handles those things. What when we are writing this multi-line string, Python collects all the triple quoted text into a single multi-line string with embedded new line characters at the place where your code has line breaks. Okay. It retains everything you write within triple quotes, even any comment, but it is not a good practice to add any comment in between. And there is a one good use of triple quote is, if suppose you have a huge code written and you want to comment this code. Okay. So suppose it's 100 lines, you want to comment it. So means nowadays we have very smart editors, but still, if you what you can do is you can use triple quotes and means before and after the those 100 lines, and it will be considered as a string, and as you are not doing anything, it will be skipped. You got my point? And okay, okay. For that, I think I'll have to open it. Okay, suppose let me open one. Okay, if I have okay, if I have this like this multiple lines like this. Okay, and now I have something after this and something before this. Okay, something before this. So if and now the situation is that I don't want to execute these lines. Means something comment kind of thing. Okay, so I can add triple quote here before and after. So what will happen means Python will consider it as a string, right? But this string you are not saving it anywhere and you are not using it, so it will skip them, right? These lines will come as a string. These means these will not be executed because this is a part of a string. Okay, so like that you can use it. So in Python documentation, triple quotes are very commonly used for Python documentation strings. Okay, means like this. You can use disable temporarily your code, which just we discussed. So means you can disable means if you want to test something and you want to add some test strings and something print or whatever. So you can use like this. So means instead of adding hash in front of each line, you can use this. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll see some basic operations on string. So this len function, I already told you that if you use this len function, this will give you the length of the string. Okay. You can add two strings. Sorry. So this plus sign plus operator in case of string, what it do is it concatenate these two strings. In case of numeric, it will add the values, but in case of strings, it will concatenate two strings. Okay. Yeah. And there is one more thing is you can use multiplication also. Okay. So if you use, let's say 5, so it will add the string, means it will repeat the string and concatenate it one after other. Okay. So repetition with this is like adding a string to itself a number of times. Okay. So actually this plus operator and this multiplication operator, because everything in Python is object, right? So so string is a class here. If you check the type, it's a class type. Okay. So a string is a class. So in this string class, these functions are overloaded. These operators are overloaded. Okay. In case of integer, it is adding the values. In case of string, it is overloaded. Plus operator is overloaded to concatenate, and again this multiplication is overloaded to add means sorry concatenate the string the number of times you are multiplying. Okay. Yeah, but you cannot do this because uh, Python will not understand that what it need to do. Means, okay, because this is integer and this is string, so Python will not allow this. If you want to add 9 into this as a string, okay, so you can convert it into a string and then you can add this. So what will happen is this string function str function, it will convert 9, sorry, I it will convert integer 9 into a string and add into concatenate into this string. 9 in, yeah, if you miss, in that case it is a string only. If you are writing like this, it is a string only. Okay, but suppose like you have a situation where you are for example you are taking age of a user, and user is entering integer, and you want to add into a string. So then you will convert that age into a string using this str function and add into your resulting string. Okay, and you can obviously iterate over your string using for loops. Means loops we did not covered yet, but just for example I'm showing you. This is a test string, and if you want to iterate, you can iterate it. So what it is doing is, uh, I will tell you this string. It will take from test. It is picking each character one by one and printing it. Okay, and this is a special. I mean, a parameter in print function. I can tell you right now what it is. When you write, when you print anything, okay, what it do? Oh, misspelled. It will print the string, and by default, it will add a new line character at the end. Okay, means this the default value of end parameter is this. Okay, you can add anything here. Let's say I'll add dash. It will add one dash after this. Let's say I'll add another string, and after that I'll add one slash. So it will add that end, this whatever you want to add in the end. So this is useful when you want to say print something, and you want to format something that at the end you want to add some suffix kind of thing while printing. So you can add that suffix here, and so whatever, suppose 100 strings you are getting as an input, so this suffix will be added after each string. Okay, so this is the use of this third parameter. Maybe we'll go in detail later on. Just I gave you overview because we encountered here. Okay, so uh, we have in operator. Okay, what this in operator do is, it will check whether any string which you want to check that it is present in your source string or not. So for we have this test, and it contains that this is a test string, and let's say we want to check whether this string has test in it or not. Okay, it will give you true because we have this substring test. For example, if I check for test 1, it will give false because we do not have test 1 in this string. So this will give you true or false whether a string is present in other string or not. Okay, it is finding patterns, right? And if you want to check whether any substring is present or not, like for example, if you want to check whether there is a list of websites name, and you want to check whether means which are the websites which have .com as a their means domain name, so you can check like .com and in website list like this. So it will give you true or false, and based on that you can do whatever you want to do. Okay. So next is indexing. As it string is a sequential data type, right? So we can access the elements of a string using indexes. Means if I talk about means some try to relate with some other language like C++, so we have array, right? In array we can access elements using indexes. So like that it works for in Python for a string also. So we have this test, okay, and now we want to use any particular element means in test string. So this will give us a single character. Now, how this works? So you will see, you are seeing in this diagram, if this is a string, okay, which is slice of spam, okay, it will be like this in memory. So each character will have indexes. Indexes are like offset, which starts from 0, okay, and the end is always one less than the length of a string. Means this first character in this string, offset of this first character will be 0, second character will be 1. Likewise it will increase 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and what is the length? Length will be 11, because in indexing we are starting with 0, but when we calculate length we starts with 1. Clear? So let's see what happens if I try to access an element which is at length position offset. First let's check the length. Length is 21 for this string. Okay, so if we try to access this 21st offset, it will give us an error, a string index out of range. Okay, but if we do like this, it will give us the last character in the string. So offset starts from 0 and ends at length minus 1. Length minus 1. Okay. Clear? So it will start with 0 and end at length minus 1. Okay. Now in Python we have a negative offsets also. So what it means, right now what we saw is we can access any element at any positive index. 5, it's 1. So 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. At index 5 character was 1, so it gave us 1. In Python we have negative index also. So negative index starts with -1. You can see here. Okay, it starts with -1. So last character which in the string, it will have a -1 index, and like that from last it will start -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11. Like this it will come from -1 to -11. So when you start your index, you negative indexing, you do negative indexing. In that case, your first character, this is equals to, I don't know if this will work or not, this. Okay, means our, again, because we know the length is 21. So this -21 will give us the first character in the string. Okay, because we are starting from -1. And now if I try to access test index at index of -1, it will give me last character. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. So means you got it. Means you can access a string starting from 0 to length -1, or -1 to minus length of the string. Okay. Now with this we also have a slicing thing. So if you want to access the whole string, its syntax, it means for slicing also you use this these square brackets. Okay, just the difference is you have colon inside this. Okay, the complete slicing syntax is this, it will have two colons inside this, and if you write like this it will give you a whole string. Okay, so what is the use of these two colons? So in slice it is like start, second will be end, and third means each slice takes three parameters, three values: start, end, and this is jump, you can say. Okay, jump means number of characters you want to jump. So I will explain what this jump is. So start is from where you want, as I mean, as the word says, slice means you have something and you are going to cut it down. Okay, so this start tells to this Python that from this offset I want to get the string, and this offset is included in that string, in the resulting string. Okay, and tells Python that this is the offset till this I want to get the string, starting from here till this end, and end offset is not included. Okay, so let's see one example. I will start with 0. For now we'll remove this jump part. We can use it with single colon also, and we'll add 6 here. Means I want a substring from this starting from index 0 and ending at index 6 minus 1. So let's see what it will give. It will give this. So let's count it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At index 6, we have S in this test string. But the result of this slice, this S is not included. So it is like we pass 6, so 6 minus 1, 0 till 6 minus 1. This slice will pick the string. Clear till here? Hello? Okay. Okay. So now the next thing is, what is this jump part? So if suppose, let's see, I will add till 10. I'll take till here. And I give 2. So what this will tell is start from string first, means start my string from offset 0, means from here till offset 10 minus 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 minus 1 till here it will pick, and pick each second character, pick every second character. So output will be like this. So first it picked T, then it skipped H, it picked I, then it skipped S, it picked space, skipped I, then S, then skipped space, then A. So it will skip one character. So now if I add, if I'll not give this second parameter, so by default it will consider till the end of the string. Okay, and now I'll add here 3. Now it will jump each third character it will pick. So T, then third character is S, then third character is S, and the next character is space. Okay, then S, then S, then I. Okay, so this is a jump, means how after how many character you want to pick. I hope this slice is clear, right? Any doubt or question you can ask. Yes, if I don't mention this, it will start from 0. And if suppose I mention 5 here, it will start with the fifth character. Sorry, this one. Yeah, jump is 0 for now. Means we can add jump also here. So it will start, means it will start from the fifth offset, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will start with from the fifth offset, and each second character it will pick from there till the end of the string. Okay, so here we can also use negative index. So it will give you -1. Now if I give -1 till say -15. No, sorry, it's not like that. Start and end. It's okay that we have indexing from -1, -2, -3 like this. But when we are passing any string, because we will pick from left to right, okay, so that indexing should be like that. Means if we want to pick C, so start will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -8 till -1. So like that, -15 till -1. Okay. When I added -1 and for the start and -15 for end, it gave nothing. It's empty string. Okay. So strings will be read from left to right, means all those indexes. Just this is a way we can give negative indexes also. Okay. And here we can add, again we can add jump. We can use that. Okay. So it allows us to extract entire section substring in a single step. As you want to pick a substring from your existing string, you can use slice. Slice can be used to extract columns of data, chop off leading and trailing text, and means whatever way you want to use it. Means if you have say a string, means something multiple string kind of strings you have, and you know that from index 5 to index 6 I want this information is, means whatever information you want, so you can pick use slice to get that substring from your input strings. Okay. When you index a sequence object such as a string on a pair or offset separated by comma, Python returns a new object containing contiguous section identified by offset pair. I also did not understood this. Okay, this is clear, right? So left offset is included, lower bound, which I said this offset, this is start one. Right is not included, means this end one. This offset is not included. Less than means this -1 till that offset slice will pick. Okay. So this is some more details. This is extended slicing, which I told you just now. This third one. So all those are documented here. So now we'll see the string conversions. As I showed you that you can convert any integer into a string, okay, or you can also convert any string into an integer, but that whatever it is, if you are converting from integer to string, so obviously this will be a number. But if you are converting from string to integer, you should take care of that. The string should contains only numbers. It should be numeric string. Okay. So like that, you have float from string. You can convert float also. Okay. There is one function, repr, REPR. This is a bit advanced function, means maybe we'll go through this in future also. What this REPR function do is, if you have any object, okay, means each means like in Python everything is object. So every Python class have one function, this. Okay, these are called magic functions. So what this function do is, This function means if suppose you have a object which have multiple variables, multiple data variables, and you want to print those. So one way is you can write a print function for your class and you can call that. Another way is you overload this function. Okay, means this will more clear when we'll go class. We'll go through class. So just for example, just I want to tell you that this rep function internally calls this. So it is a representation. This function converts an object into its string representation. Okay. So if you have integer, float, and all that into your object, and you want to print all those things, when you call print function, and that function that string should print means all the values should be print. So like logs and all that we add, so we can use this function for this. Means I don't know right now how much you guys understood this, but we'll in future we'll get to we'll see in detail what this function is. So for now, if you have any confusion, you can skip this function. Okay, there is one function odd. This function means if you know we have means whatever we write in our program, everything means our machine understands that into a integer into a binary format. So each character whatever we write, it has some numeric representation. If I'll show you this ASCII table, so you will see each character like capital A is represented as 65. Okay, capital B is as 66, small a is as 697, and this is hex, this is oct, like that. So these are ASCII values. So odd function is used to show the ASCII value of the character. It will give you ASCII values of any character you pass it. Uh, this will only take single line character, single character, not a string like multiple characters. It is error you are seeing expected a character, but string has a string of length 4 found. So I can only pass like this. Okay, and the opposite of this is CHR function. If I pass ASCII value to it, it will convert it into a character. Okay. Now, so there is a way if you means as I said that strings are immutable. So if you want to update a string, so how you will do that? So let's say this is our string, and I want to update this string. So let's take this example only, which we have here. Okay, so this is a test string which is saying this is a first string. Okay, so we can use slice, add another string, use another slice. So what it is doing is from test it is taking a slice of this string starting from index 0 till 8 minus 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It this first set, this will give a string till this means this is substring. Now I'm concatenating second here, this string, and again what I am doing is starting from here is offset 13 till end I am picking. So now this test string is updated. This is how we can update a string. Otherwise, directly we cannot change change the value. We can write test equals to something different. We can do that. But if you want to change that, I want to change from R, and instead of that, I want to add A here. So if you want to do this, you will have to use this kind of technique. Okay. Yes, that you can do anytime. Test equals to. Mhm. It means if this is the string, and suppose instead of means in this string directly you want to change some value, something like, okay, I'll just show you. If you want to write this, okay, this will give error because this string is immutable. Yes, any value on any index like this. Yeah, yeah. So this is immutable. Yeah. Hmm. If we have some different string, say we have more than 200 characters in that, okay, and we want to change, suppose like this we have s- take this, okay, yeah, okay, if we have this, okay, now in this string you want to update all the first, okay, after, so after 60 characters you want to add something, right? So you will be knowing that where you want to add, okay, so it may be after a particular word, or it may be after any particular offset, after, so no, you don't say there is a find function, okay, so if you want to find the you want to get the offset of first, okay, so you can use test dot find, okay, this will give you offset, okay, so like that you can find whatever you want to check. uh, okay, No, no, means your question is valid. Means if you want to add something in between, so in any case, if you want to add something, uh, so it will never be like after third repetition like that. Okay, and if you know that repetition is this much, like okay, say repetition is this much, so this you know already. For example, hold on, I will create it like this. I think that will make sense. Okay. Now I will create another string, this. Okay. Now if you are saying that I want to add something after third repetition of this test string, correct? So what you can do is uh, test 3, let's say in this string we are adding test. Now you want to add something after third iteration. Okay. So you will start from 0. Okay. Then the length of this is, we'll see the length of this, so it will be 3 into this. Okay, so this is the end, right? So we'll have to add plus 1 here, right? Because this is a end part, so this index will be skipped, right? This. Now you want to add second. Second. Okay. Now after that, again you want to concatenate a remaining string. So, starting from where you left till the end. No, I think we did something wrong. No space. No, no, space is not required. Oh, wait. Did this test? Okay, from here. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. See, we are using this test instead of test one. We did this mistake. No. See, after this is first, this is second, this is third, and here this. Okay. So like that we'll have to do. And say this, because of this is indexing something, we this extra t is here. So that means I think you understood the concept, right? How we can do that. So if you are saying a repetition, then obviously you will have the length of your some whatever string which you want to repeat, or you will have some offset, or you will know after this word I want to add something. Okay, I think till this point things are clear, right? Okay, so yeah, yeah, as we know, this string is a class, so there are lots of functions uh, provided in string. We can use this dir function to know the number of, means all the functions which any class has. So this dir function gives you all the uh, functions available in any class. So for now, you skip these underscore ones. These are some special functions which each class has, which we will understand when we'll go to the class section session. You can you see these ones. So these are different functions already present in str class, string class, which we can use directly. So like we have this replace one. Okay, if you want to replace any character in the string, you can use this. So wherever this this dollar sign is, you will see this spam is added. Okay. So if you know that you want to replace any string or any character, any word, you can use this. And just understand one thing. If I write like this, okay, this is test. Now test dot replace. Let's replace all the dollars with the with this. Okay, it will be replaced. We have $3. It is replaced. But test string is not changed. Test is still same. This replace will add these replace dollar with this string, and it will return a new string. It will never update existing one. Okay, so all the functions which this string class has, no function will update the existing string. They will return you a new string every time. Okay, instead of there are some check kind of things, functions. So means if there is any, yes, means if you will not save that, it will be lost, right? So if you want to use it further, you will have to save it in some variable. Otherwise this string output of this expression, it is lost, means you printed it, now it's lost. But if you want to use it again and again, then you will have to store into a variable. Okay. Yeah. So as we have now this test string, okay, there is a list function which converts a string into a list. Means again, this will not update test. Test is still same. It is using the characters inside this string. It created one list. Okay, list is almost similar to array as in C or C++. Okay, so it will create a new list. And if you have a list, for example, if I save it here, okay, I have this. Now I want to create a string using this list. So I can do join. It will create a new list. Sorry, new string. So what it do is here, because I did not added any separator. Here you want to add some separator. For example, if I add this, so it will add double slash between each element of list and create a string. This is a separator. Okay, like that. We have a split function. So if I write test equals to, and fine, this is our string. Now I want to split. I want to make multiple strings using this. So this will give a list with multiple strings. Okay. So how it is splitting? By default, that delimiter is space. Okay. But we can change that delimiter also. So if I write it like this, okay. So this is our string, and I add a delimiter. So it will divide on this same comma. You will see it space and then first space and then, so after this comma it will split the strings and it will create a new list, and test is still same. Okay. 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 So no means these are just of functions. Okay. So syntax, these are syntax means as means the you will use it and you will learn these things. Okay. So these are just functions, you will use it and learn this. Okay. So means you will not struggle very much. Okay. So after a couple of days you will be used to, because this is first day you are seeing these all these things, so it seems like okay what it is and like that, but it's not that tough. These are just simple functions. So like means you know that if you want to split a string, you can use a split function. If you want to join multiple things, you can use join function, like that. It's simple as in a grammar you say. If you want to convert the case from lower to upper, you can use upper function. Okay. A strip, if you want to remove some strip some white spaces after your string, so you can use r strip, l strip, like that the functions are. So means you need not to uh, remember all the functions on day one. Okay, you can anytime if you want to see what functions are available in string, you just type this dir string str and you will get all the functions. Okay, you can anytime you refer, okay, this is l strip, this is printable is space, all these functions are there. So as you will use, you will means after a couple of days, you will obviously you will remember all these things. So there is nowhere means you have to on day one you will have to remember all the things. Means like that, if you want to see what are the uh, functions available in integer class, you can check it like this. What you can do with the integer class. Okay. If you want to check what are the functions available in list, so you can use this. It will give you all the functions. Anytime if you have any doubt, you can check like this. Okay.